Welcome to the University of Manchester and the rather grand Whitworth Hall for this graduation ceremony. We're here to celebrate our students' achievements and hard work and to acknowledge the critical step that you have taken. I would also like to welcome the family and friends of our graduands, many of whom have traveled long distances to be here. We welcome you to the university and thank you for the help, the support, and the encouragement that you've given our students, your students, during their studies. Those of you who are graduating today have given yourselves a real competitive edge by completing your degree here in Manchester. You chose to make an investment in your future when you decided some time ago to follow a degree course here, and today that investment is realized. Your achievement in completing your degree cannot be underestimated, and you and your families and friends should feel justly proud of your achievements. When you look back on your university career, you will remember a time of great change for yourselves personally, but also for this university. It seems quite a long while ago now, but it was only in October 2004 that the current University of Manchester was established, formed by amalgamation of the former Victoria University and of UMIST. That coming together has had an enormous impact on the higher education sector in the UK, and the pace of change in Manchester continues to be both exhilarating and challenging. Our physical infrastructure is changing fast, as you will have seen as you looked around you on your way to the ceremony this afternoon. We are approximately halfway through a £620 million building programme, by far the largest such programme ever undertaken in the history of UK higher education. Around this hall there were many new buildings, recently completed or nearing completion. Across Oxford Road, for example, a new focal point for the university is being built, a new flagship building with a rotunda that seems set to become a new icon of the university. So this university now represents the best of both worlds. First of all, we are new, and like all new institutions, that leaves us free to be innovative and creative. But the university has also inherited from its distinguished predecessors a fine legacy of scholarly achievement, research performance, and educational excellence. Our predecessor institutions were the homes of scientists of enormous distinction, and you will recognize names such as Dalton and Rutherford amongst those scientists. This rich heritage of cutting-edge innovation and enterprise stretches back now more than 180 years. Building upon this distinguished history, Manchester is already one of the finest universities in Europe, but we're now perfectly positioned to become one of the very best in the world. Indeed, our ambitious plan, dubbed the Manchester 2015 Agenda, is to lift Manchester into the very first rank in higher learning. At the core of this new vision is a commitment to the highest standards in teaching, research, and scholarship. Some of the statistics are already quite striking. In terms of applications for its undergraduate courses, Manchester continues to be the most popular university in the UK. We received almost 63,000 applications for our undergraduate courses starting in September 2006, according to the statistics of the University's Central Admissions Service. This figure, covering both home and overseas applications, confirms this university as the country's top destination for would-be students. In your school, Earth, Atmospheric and Environmental Sciences, over 600 students have applied for admission for this coming September, 6 times the number of places available. The stature of the university continues to grow in many other ways. There is now routine reference to the Big 5 UK universities: Oxford, Cambridge, University College London, Imperial College London, and Manchester. And the Golden Triangle, so-called, of Oxford, Cambridge, and London, is said to have been replaced by a golden diamond. while we are as skeptical as any university of the innumerable league tables produced by the press, often using methodology which is quite clearly flawed, we are not, of course, averse to quoting them when it suits us. And one that you will have read about, no doubt, was the award to the university by the Sunday Times of the University of the Year Award in 2006. Much more substantially, this university has an enviable record of securing research funding from both public and private sectors. In the School of Earth, Atmospheric and Environmental Sciences, research is of the highest quality and is notably varied, from study of the protection and provision of safe drinking water to major contributions to our understanding of the origin of the solar system, the timing of the formation of the Earth, and the evolution of the Earth. Fundamental questions indeed. You will know that your subject is inherently interdisciplinary, and this is reflected in the collaborations between the school and other sections of the university. With the Manchester Interdisciplinary Biocentre, for example, in work on bioremediation technologies, and with the School of Chemistry on the development of biologically produced nanomaterials that have the potential for application in the next generation of computer data storage technology. As students, you will have benefited directly from these successes by interacting directly with researchers and by receiving your teaching from lecturers and professors who are not only familiar with the state of the art in their subject, but indeed are creating the state of the art. As a graduate of the University of Manchester, you are joining a very distinguished Hall of Fame. No fewer than 22 of our former staff and students have gone on to become Nobel Prize winners. So no pressure there then. The tradition of excellence continues. Last year we recruited another Nobel laureate, the economist Professor Joseph Stiglitz, to chair the Brooks World Poverty Institute, and we recruited also the distinguished social scientist Professor Robert Putnam, known for his work on social capital. Many of you will have read also of the recent recruitment of the novelist Martin Amis as Professor of Creative Writing. You are graduating, therefore, from a true university that spans an extraordinary range of intellectual endeavor. Our graduates today can be found in top positions in the sciences and engineering, in business, government, politics, sport, and the arts. Your job prospects, having studied here at the University of Manchester, will be second to none because employers all over the world recognize the value of the piece of paper you will soon be holding in your hand. At the end of this ceremony, you will join a community of approximately 250,000 UMIST and University of Manchester graduates living and working across the globe. The Alumni Association allows you to continue your relationship with the university and current friends, and to interact and network with many other alumni connected with the university at a personal and professional level. Please do take advantage of this by leaving your current email address on the note you've received, I believe, from the Alumni Office regarding the global alumni network, Your Manchester Online. As a member of the alumni, you will also receive a free annual magazine and be invited to social nights, reunions, and business networking events. The Alumni Association is active both in the UK and overseas, with branches in many countries. You can find out more, as I think you know, about the Alumni Association by visiting their stand in the Concourse Cafe and indeed by chatting to other students. So please don't make this your last contact with the university. You'll always be an alumnus or alumna of the university. Keep the Alumni Office regularly informed of your progress, your career progress, and your address changes. And remember, of course, that you're always welcome to visit this university. And so finally, on behalf of the university, I congratulate all of you who are graduating here today on your excellent academic achievement, and I wish you every success for the future.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Alistair Clark. Catherine Lorna Canner. Graham Parton. James Donovan Whitehead. Sarah Louise Goldsmith. And for the degree of Master of Philosophy in Geology, Carl Bates. And for the degree of Master of Science in Petroleum Geoscience, Abid Riaz. And for the degree of Master of Earth Sciences in Earth Sciences, Angela Jane Escombe. Jonathan William Haddow Fellows. Katie Jane Fothergill. Matthew Nicholas Fox. James Philip Holt. Chris Parsons. Joanna Helen Silk. Rochelle Louise Taylor. And in Geology with Planetary Science with Honours, Ashley James King. Kerry Ann Middleton. Philip Ian Patterson. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Earth Sciences with Computing and Information Technology with Honours, Peter John Lawrence. And in Environmental Studies with Honours, Rebecca Louise Leah. James Michael Parker. Chun Wing Ray Tam. And in Environmental Science with Honours, Sadia Ansari. Tom Baker. Sarah Jane Burns. Siu Yi Cheng. Mika Beth Craig Tyler. Christopher Allen Davison. Jonathan Richard Fox. Mohammed Galeni. Matthew Harvey. Emily Jane Jarvis. Shaheen Khan. Peter Madison. Andrew Myers. Nikita Patel. Jennifer Mary Pickett. Brendan Anthony Rouse. Rachel Elizabeth Shaw. Robert David Squires. Jolyon Matthew Stone. Benjamin David Waters. And Matthew Wright. And in Environmental and Resource Geology with honours, Laura Davis. Andrew James Merritt. Anne Victoria Rowan. And in Geochemistry with honours, Richard John Eaton. Ashley John. And James David Porter. And in Geography and Geology with honours, Kemal Ahmed. Catherine Verity Bennett. Christopher John Brannigan. David John Brett. Claire Elizabeth Cheetham. Graham Collier. Christopher John Cooper. Robert David English. Andrew Peter Greenhoff. Helen Marie Griffiths. Carl Heath. Mark Hewson. Luke Robin Johnston. Marie Claire Jones. Donna Elaine King. Nathan Lawrence. Catherine Ann McSweeney. Emily Elizabeth Morgan. Jitendra Patel. Nadia Raza. Louise Richardson. Mark Edward Rogers. Adam Samra. Daniel Senkans. Jennifer Louise Stewart. Josephine Claire Tarrant. Owen Paul William Tonks. And Catherine Wilgos. And in geology with honours, Sinan Hassam Alam. Abdullah Al-Mulhim. Victoria Joanne Beadle. Daniel James Bloor. Jamie Arthur Soanes Brown. Nina Amalinda Copson. Philip James Crawford. Oliver Duffy. Stephen James Folder. Mark Daniel Jeffrey. Michael Anthony Kerr. Alexandra Grace Marshall. Peter Robert Nixon. Christopher R.A. Oates. Robert James Sherry. Asta Stanton. Elizabeth Sweeting. Louis-Georges Villedon. Y. Yin Yao. And in geology with planetary science with honours, Philip Michael Ashley. And Andrew Germain. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Chemistry with honours, Lisha Patel.
Today we've celebrated the award of your degrees. Congratulations. On behalf of the University of Manchester, may I wish you every success in the future. And may I now declare this ceremony closed. Would you please stand?